Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make 4-link suspension. Well, actually it's really going to be the whole chassis that is on my whatchamacallit, F100 and my Chevy C10 pre-runner or pre-runners. Basically it's going to be something like this. This is the F100 that I have. Like I said, this is also on the Chevy. And yeah, so basically this is what we're going to be building, this whole chassis here, so the front and the rear suspension. But for now we're just going to get started on the rear. So let's go ahead, we'll grab a let's just start with the 4x8. We'll just start with the 4x8 just for the moment. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a tube, and we're going to go to a 1x3. We're just going to do this. Then we're going to get a piston. See, we might need to do a 1x4. I think we're going to have to do a 1x4. And we might have to space this back as well. So, we're going to go ahead, we're going to put the piston like this. We'll keep the 1x3. We're going to move this 4x8 block back. And then we're just going to put a 2x right here. Now this is just the chassis, so there won't be a body for this one. Just so you know. I'm just gonna connect this to here and here. Then on this piston, of course, just copy and paste it over here. Or I guess you could do the settings first. So obviously we don't have a seat yet, so let's go ahead and put a seat. That way, every time we get rid of the controls, it actually goes away. Do this. Oh. Flip it around. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we're gonna get rid of the controls. We're gonna do 100 speed, and then start position will be 0.7, pretty sure. Then we gotta get a get steering hinges. This is gonna be the top link, so we're gonna do this. We're just gonna make this 0 strength. Most of the well, actually all the steering hinges are gonna be 0. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna have one going up and down, and one going side to side. Same on this side. Then we're gonna get a tube T, or actually a 1x2. I mean a 1x2, a 1x1. Also, I'm gonna. Oh wait, I don't know if I can. Okay, yeah. I was gonna try and change the time of day, but it's okay. I can't do it. Alright, now we're gonna get a tube or a tube T. We're gonna do this. Then we're gonna get a flag connector 1x2. Place this on the bottom. We're gonna get a steering hinge, put it facing up, and make sure it's going this way and this way. Of course, make sure all the steering hinges are 0 strength. You don't gotta get rid of the controls, because if it's 0 strength, it already gets rid of them. Then we just put a tube T on the end here, and then we just finish it off with these. Once again, make sure this is going like this, and this is, you know, upward like that. All right, so let's see here. Now we can we're almost gonna build the axle. We're gonna go ahead and get it. Wow. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get a 1x2 flat connector, and then put 2 on the back there. Then we're gonna get a 2x and do this, and then, or well, 2 2x actually. Then we're gonna get a large hinge, and this is the only one that's gonna have strength. So you need to get rid of the controls, and you're gonna put this to 15. Usually that gives me some decent flex, and it still keeps everything controllable. So that's where I like to keep it. Now this will vary. I mean, a lot of this stuff is gonna vary, but we'll just go ahead and build the one that's on the actual truck, because that way it just keeps it simple, and that way it's consistent. Because I don't want to change a bunch of stuff and then it just not look right to what they wanted it to be. I'm over here building without saying. All right, we're gonna put shield 2x1s and then a 1x3 or two 1x3s like this. Then shield 2x1s and then flat connector 1x3 here on the top. And then we're gonna go ahead and get basically this whole thing right here. We're just gonna get the steering, actually, yeah, just the steering hinges. I'm trying to remember. Okay. Yeah, I think just, okay, actually, yeah, you could just put the steering hinges like this. Then we're gonna get a tube T. We're gonna put this one facing inward. And then we're gonna get a flat connector 1x2. And just put it like this. And then we're gonna get another steering hinge. Make sure this is going up and down like this. Go over here. That there. Get another, or actually a tube. Is it a, I think it's a tube double T. Trying to go off this picture here. Forget. Alright, so a tube double T. Then we're gonna get a flat connector 1x2. Then we're gonna go ahead and get another steering hinge. That goes like this. And then of course we need to connect this on the other side as well. Steering hinge here. Make sure this is going up and down like this. Or yeah, up and down. Then we're gonna get a 1x3. Or a 3, or not a 1x3. We're good. Okay, a 3x1. Then we're gonna get a 2x1 and then just put this right on top. Of course, put this over here. And then that's I think this is okay, so this goes here. So we get the steering hinges and we put this right here. Okay, I almost got it right. Anyways, we're just gonna finish this off right quick. Okay, so now we just need to move this back by 1. So just gonna grab all of this, move it back by 1, and then we just need to add a whatchamacallit, another 1x1 to the front here. Make sure that everything stays connected. Just gonna put another 1x1 right here. Hopefully that doesn't confuse you. Of course, make sure all the flat connectors are still on there. That way this is in line, and it just works a lot better for the geometry. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and we gotta connect the bottom links. We'll just do 1x1. Then we'll get a tube 1x2, 1x1x2. We'll do 2 of those. And then we're gonna get a tube elbow. And put this like this. Alright. So this is basically your almost your 4-link actually. Now we just need to get a tube T. Or you could get a tube cross if you want it to look like a full axle, but I'm just gonna do it like this. And now this is basically your base 4-link, I guess you could say. Now this is a 2 blocks longer 4-link than like a usual, like one that I have on my pre-runner. So of course, like I said, the options will vary. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead. We could slap the tires on here. You're gonna just put them on the ends here. Of course, like I said, you could go with a smaller axle if you want to, and then, you know, just basically you just gotta move the stuff in a little more. But the top links usually stay the same, but there's that. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and get the suspension on here. We're gonna get another steering hinge and put it going this way and this way, and just do that on the other side. Then we're gonna get a, actually I don't think this one has top ones actually. So we're just gonna get a spring, or straight suspension I should say, and I'm just gonna make sure they're pointing forward for the time being. And I believe, let me see, This one has 3 springs, so we'll just go with 3. Let me see. I need a top-down image. And this is also gonna have a sway bar as well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow. We are on a good track. All right. Now we're gonna get a flat connector 1x2. We're just gonna put this up here. Then we're gonna get a another zeroed out steering hinge, putting it facing downward and going like this, I believe. All right. And then I think that's okay. Yeah. Then we're gonna get another one, and we're gonna put it going this way and this way. You know, so like this. Then we're just gonna connect these on the bottom. Oh, okay, that's not what I meant to do. And then we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get another flat connector 1x2. I could just get the one on the top, place it like this. Get a 1x1 tube. Put that right here. Then let me see. Then we need to get a piston. Just get a brand new one just so we can set it up correctly. And you're gonna connect that to the 1x1s. You could put it, well, I don't know. It might interfere with stuff here if you put it a little higher. Not entirely sure. You're gonna get rid of the controls though. Speed, of course, 100. And then start position will just be 0.7. This will give your suspension a little angle. Then we're gonna copy these and just move this right here. Put this right here in the, connect it like right here on the other pistons. Then we're gonna get a 2 elbow and just connect this on the bottom. We're gonna put 2. And then we're gonna get 1x1s. Bada bing, and bada boom. Then these pistons that pull down though, these are gonna be 0.6. That's usually what works best for me. When you go with a, like let's say you go 0.1, that means your suspension is gonna be preloaded a lot. And then as you go up even more, like 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and so on, it gets less and less preloaded. So 0.6 is a pretty good medium. 0.5 is a bit much. 0.6 is gonna work good because we're gonna put a sway bar on this thing. So you know it can't be too preloaded, and it can't have too less travel. You know, I mean it can, but just depends. Like I always say. Now, this is basically the whole 4-link done. So technically this should work. And then we can add the sway bar after. Okay, so yeah, seems like it works. And then we'll do tuning after the suspension tuning. I'll kind of go over how you want to do with that. Of course, it depends on how much weight you have and all that good stuff. Just gonna put some engines on here. All right, so there we go. Now we got that. We're just gonna go ahead and put the what you call it, sway bar now. I think I'm gonna do this one a little different. Actually, no, because if I do it different, it's not gonna. Yeah, we'll just keep it the same. We'll just keep it the same. So we're gonna get a flat connector 1x3 and just put this on the bottom. Then we're gonna go ahead and get another steering hinge and do this like this, you know, going up and down. Then we're gonna put another one going side to side, and then put another one going up and down. Then we're gonna get a flat connector 1x2. We're gonna connect this to the top. Get another tube, or get a 2 elbow, just like so. And then let me see. Then we just need another steering hinge going up and down like this. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and connect these. We'll just do a tube T. Now this of course will be like a bumper kind of, if you want it to be. If you're putting this on the actual body, you can make it like a body shell, of course. You can make this like a bumper for it, but completely up to you. All right, now we're gonna get a tube 1x1x2 slope, and we'll just do something like this. And then we can go ahead and just put tube 2 by 1 by 2. Actually, I think we probably need to go with a bit of a steeper angle. We'll put a tube 1 by 1. Actually, let's do a tube 1 by 3, just so we have clearance for the axle. Do that. Then we can go with a tube 1 by 1 by. Oh, my house is not doing too well. We'll actually go with a tube 2 by 1 by 2 slope, and then we can get just the rest with 1 by 4, and then a 1 by 3 maybe. Let's see. And then once we do that, then we can just do one of these tube 2 by 1 by 2 slopes, and then we can just get another 1 by 1 by 2 slope and get that connected to the body here. Just do 2 elbows right here. And now the sway bar should work and everything else. Oh yeah. Just make sure I got enough clearance on the axle here. Yeah, plenty of clearance. I'm actually gonna put this in the air real quick. So, whoops. I'm gonna do. Well, I guess I only need one actually. Okay, well that's okay. I just want to show this off right quick, and then we can get building again. All right, so now as you can see, basic 4-link. For more travel, if you don't want the sway bar, get rid of the sway bar, and then you can just keep it like that. And if you do get rid of the sway bar, it's gonna be a little wobbly. So in order to keep it from doing all that, just get rid of. Let me think. Well, if you do, shoot. I mean, the best way to eliminate that, I think you'd have to get rid of these bottom steering hinges that go side to side on the trailing arms, and that should eliminate your sway back and forth if you don't want sway bars. Let me just show the difference between having a sway bar and not a sway bar. Pretty big difference, a drastic difference. So there's that. Once again, just a lot of variables here. So now we got that done. We're gonna go ahead and start on the front suspension now. We're gonna get a, let's see, I think we're gonna start off with a piston. If I can find the image here. Now I have done a video on the front suspension before, but whatchamacallit, it's just the front suspension, it's not all of it, so I just decided to might as well just do both today. We're actually gonna put this on the very front of here. Actually, yeah, we'll just leave it like this. It's fine. The truck is gonna be quite long. Or should I try and get it? All right, we're just gonna try and get it closer. Also, don't put the 1x8s and all that unless you want to, and then the anchor pin unless you want to see the travel you have. But that's not part of the tutorial. All right, so we're gonna get rid of this 4x8, and then just put these 2x4s here. Then we're gonna get the pistons, and we're just gonna move this in to about right here. All right, so now we can start getting to business. We're gonna get tube tees. We're gonna put this right here. Then we're gonna get a tube elbow. Whoops. Tube elbow, and then another tube tee, and put it like this. Then we're gonna get another tube elbow, and we're gonna do this, and you could do either tube tees or a tube elbow right here. It doesn't really matter, whatever you like. Then we're gonna go ahead and get a steering hinge, or you could even just get one from the back over here, that way you don't have to change the strength and all that. And just make sure they are 0 strength if you do. And we're just gonna put these going up and down like this. Then we're gonna get let's see, 1x1 This is going to be for the top control arm here. Or I like to call this I-arm suspension. I don't know, whatever you guys want to call it. Let me know in the comments. What should I call this? I mean, I like I-arm. What do you guys think? Anyways, so like I said, 1x1 and a 2x like this. Then we're going to get a flat connector 1x2 and just put this on the ends of the 2x. Then we're going to get a steering hinge and just put this facing down like so. Then we're going to get a 2x, do this, get a 2T. Where's the 2T? There it is. 2T, and then we need to connect the bottom, obviously. So now we need to get another 2T. We're going to connect this right here. We're going to put a steering hinge right here. And then we're going to get a 2x and just connect this the rest of the way. Then we just copy this on the other side once we're done. And now we're going to get a flat connector 1x2. Put this on the bottom of this tube T. Then get another flat connector 1x2. Put this on the back of this tube T. Then you're going to get a brand new steering hinge. Don't put 0 strength on this one. This is going to be your actual steering. And then we're going to get another steering hinge. Put this one facing up and going down like this. Get a another, or get a straight, oh my gosh, a suspension spring. And let's see if I can even fit all that. Okay, so we're gonna put this facing this way and this one facing this way. Then we're gonna get all of this to the other side. Or actually, I guess let's just complete this building. We'll go ahead. We need to get a flat connector 1x2. Then we need to get another steering hinge. I think this is, or okay, yeah, that makes more sense. So move this flat connector out, get this steering hinge and put it right here. So you're gonna have it like this. Then we're gonna get another piston, and we're gonna connect this to right here. We're gonna put the speed to 100. Now you might not be able to do this depending on the vehicle you have, so it just depends. And we're gonna put this to 0.7, the start position, and speed to 100. Now on these front pistons as well, we're gonna get rid of the controls. Forgot to do that. Put the speed to 100 and then the start position to 0.8. Don't do 0.7. That it's not good. All right, now we can maneuver all this over to this side. I'll just go ahead and build it, just so you guys can kind of keep along. I mean, or you can just copy and paste it, whatever you want to do. Now we're gonna get a tube T, put one there, then just get this steering hinge, put it like that. Get another flat connector 1x2, put this on the bottom. Then get a tube elbow and put this on this steering hinge. Then another one like this. Get another tube T, put this like this, and then another tube elbow connecting to here. Another flat connector 1x2, and then another steering hinge, just like so. To make sure this is a brand new one, of course. Then we're gonna get another steering hinge. Make sure this is going this way and this way. Get these suspension springs, and we'll just put them like this. Then we're gonna get another steering hinge. Make sure this is connected to there. Get a flat connector 1x2 and put this right here. Then we're gonna get the same exact piston that's on the other side, or this one right here. Just put it to here. Now we're gonna get a truck wheel, or whatever wheel you want to use, and just put it like this. And voila, now we have a chassis. Now obviously it's very soft right now, so, and as you can see, the front wheels are cambering like in, or not even cambering, that's technically cambered. But it's going like inward. Now that's because obviously we haven't tuned this really, but I will just show this in its softer form. It's pretty satisfying. Oh my gosh, almost crashed. Okay, but you know, pretty okay, pretty soft. Now if you do just want to use this for the chassis, I'm gonna give you a tuning guide, I guess you could say. Now this is not a lot of, I don't have a lot of weight on this thing, so this can vary depending on a lot of things. It doesn't have a body, so the way the acts of forces on it are different. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna tune this, but I'm just gonna go with what I usually do. So on these bottom two springs, I'll go 2 dampening, and then I'll just go with like 0.8 stiffness for now. Then I'll go 1.8 dampening on this top one, and I'll just go about 0.2 less than my stiffness. And then for the bottom ones, I'll go with 1.8 dampening. Let's do 0.7 here stiffness for the front, and then the top one will be 1.4 dampening. And what did I do for the, yeah, that'll work. So yeah, obviously pretty stiff now. So let me go ahead and do this, do stiffness 0.6, and we'll do this like 0.4. Okay, that's a little better. But yeah, you can kind of just mess around with this if you want to. Oh my gosh, obviously if we had more weight, then it would be different. So I'm actually gonna do that real quick. See, let's just go ahead, we can add weight to the bottom of this thing. But I mean, this is basically it. So if you have made it this far, hopefully this helped you, and hopefully you're adding this to a build of yours if you have one. Oh yeah, okay, now this works a lot better. But yeah, so of course, thank you to King Ralph for suggesting this. I think I forgot to say that he suggested this. Thank you to King Ralph for suggesting or requesting this, I mean. And yeah, so that's about it. Hope you enjoyed, hope this helped you. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.